and might be having a few questions. So today we have the perfect man to answer your questions, the founder of HelloPM, Ankit Shukla. HelloPM is a live product management bootcamp in India that offers a 4 month long intensive live program to accelerate your career in product management. Ankit Shukla is a product and growth leader who has worked in product and growth leadership roles at Scalar Academy, in Money, and Shiros for 8 years. Whereas a working professional, he helped in increasing the user base by several folds. His knowledge and mentorship has helped 2000 plus folks in their product management career and become PMs at reputed companies like Microsoft, Cred, Visa, and many more. So get ready for a fruitful session and get all your doubts cleared. Handing it over to you, sir.
Cool. So yes, I think I have prepared few slides. So guys, I hope I am audible to everyone. Just give me like a yes or no in the chat if I'm audible for everyone. Everyone, please tell me yes or no in the chat if I'm audible and visible to everyone. Cool. Thank you. So guys, please be interactive. We'll keep this session interactive. I'm not sure how many of you already know me, but I have been into product domain for some time now, and we'll do the session in the particular format. So I'll go through a few of the slides out there so that you understand what are the basics of product management. Even if you are first time hearing this word product management, then also you'll be able to get something from the session. And then eventually in the end, we'll reserve some time in order to take any of the questions that you might have. Okay. So quickly, can you guys tell me in the chat, which year are you currently in? Which year are you currently in? First, second, third. Okay. Everyone, please, everyone should respond. I could see there are like 53 folks in the chat. Cool. Most of them are early birds. Cool. Understood. So yeah, guys, I hope you are able to see my screen now, where product management masterclass is written. This is what is going to be our agenda for today's session. Okay. We are going to first talk about what product management is so that you have an understanding about what you are going to get yourself into. Hey, I hope I'm audible to everyone, right?
Yes, sir, you are.
Okay, cool. So yes. So after this session, you should be able to get three things. First of all, what product management is. Second is what skill are needed to become a product manager. And the third thing is how can you become a PM coming from any kind of background, even if as a student, if you want to go ahead and start your career just after college as a product manager, how you can do so. Although it is very difficult, but I'll tell you a way through which you can go ahead and do the same as well. Okay. So yes, and after the session, my main agenda is to make sure that you are feeling motivated that yes, no matter what kind of background that I'm coming from, even straight out of college, I have this path because of which now I am feeling motivated. So my intent is to make sure that you are feeling motivated after this particular session out there. So this is going to be the agenda. First of all, we have already done the survey where you guys are coming from. Then I'll go ahead and introduce myself so that you know about me. Then we'll talk about product management. Then we'll talk about how to get into a PM role, and in the end, I'll be open for question for you guys. Okay. So first of all, the first thing, how many of you can understand and relate to this meme? I hope everyone is there on LinkedIn and Instagram these days. A quick yes or no in the chat if you are able to understand this meme. In the chat, everyone, yes or no if you are able to understand this. Yes, correct. So understand, when you are taking a very important decision, which is about your career, you should be damn sure about the person who is giving you this particular kind of advice. Okay, so this is an advice for you. You are pretty young right now. Okay, so whenever someone gives you advice about your career, make sure that they are also coming from certain kind of credibility. Okay, and in order to set up the credibility, I'll maybe go ahead and before telling you all of the gyan around product management, I should go ahead and first introduce myself. So my name is Ankit. I started my career as an entrepreneur. I worked for a couple of years right within the college. I come from Triple IT Gwalior, and I started my first company right within the college itself. And then after 2 years, when I passed from the college, I have done my own business for which we were able to raise some kind of money. We were able to take it to some kind of heights out there. After that, I started my formal career into the corporate. So I started working with this company known as Shiros, which is which is a social network but made only for women, where I was able to take the company from around 1 million users to 5 million users. I was able to increase their user base to multifolds, and also I was able to take their retention to 2x, from 30% to 70%. I was able to take it. Similarly, I have worked with this company known as IND Money, where I was able to take the company from around 10,000 users to 500,000 users in a span of around 1 year. And very recently, I've been working with this company known as Scalar Academy. So they have a very popular product known as InterviewBet. I was heading that product, and I was able to take it from around 250K users a month to around 3.5 million users a month. Okay, so this has been about my career, and since last 1 year, I have been working with this company. I'm owning this company known as HelloPM, which started like about 2.5 years ago, where I have been helping people in order to transition into product management. And the last 2.5 years, me and the set of mentors that we have created, we have been able to go ahead and help people like you transition into product management. So right now, no matter what kind of company that you take Amazon, you take Amazon, you take Microsoft, you take Cred, you take big startups, you take small startups, it is a very high chance that you will find our alumni working there in the product department out there. So this is a bit introduction about us, just to make sure that you understand that this is coming from certain kind of credibility, and what are the problems that you are facing. Maybe some of our students might have faced, and we have also solved the same. So this is coming from some kind of information, some kind of knowledge background. We know what we are talking about. Okay, now go ahead and let's go ahead and talk about what do product managers do. So this is a question for everyone. Please write me, everyone, tell me in the chat, what do you think product managers do? Everyone, please tell me in the chat, what do you think product managers do? Shaping a product from zero to market fit. Getting things done. Anyone else? What do you think product managers do? Analyze the problem involved with the product and give their practical solutions. Okay, manage products. That's an intelligent guess, Smriti. Managing the product from manufacturing to marketing. Building a product, launching it to the market. Cool. So understand, there are 100 definitions of product management. Okay, someone says that they are able to manage the product from ideation phase to the completion phase. Someone says that they are able to take the product to the market. Someone says that they talk to the user, they talk to the customers and bring the insights to the engineering team. Okay, so there are a lot of definitions of product management. None of them is wrong, but none of them is completely correct. Okay, and it's easy to forget about these definitions and make yourself like puzzled around product management. Okay, so the most difficult thing about product management is to define product management, but I'll give my attempt. So I'll help you understand product management forever with these 3 words. I will go ahead and tell you a 3D framework through which you can go ahead and understand what do product managers do. So in this 3D framework, the first D stands for discovery. Discovery phase is, if you are working as a product manager at any company, you need to understand what that business does. What is the strategy of that business? What is the goal of that business? What is the objectives of that business? Okay. On the basis of that, you are also going to talk to the users. You are going to conduct market research. You are going to look at your analytics. And after doing all of these, you are going to discover new ideas. You are going to discover either ideas for the new product, or you are going to seek the ideas to enhance the particular product out there. This is what the discovery phase is. So in the discovery phase, you are going to go all creative. And once you get into the creative zone, when you are understanding the problem in detail, then you will go ahead and try to find some kind of ideas out there. Okay, so discovery phase is all about creativity. You do market research, understand the strategy of the company, talk to the users, do the surveys, look at the analytics, look at the numbers in order to understand what is it that we can do so that the business objective and the user objective is being achieved. This is the discovery phase. In the discovery phase, we use multiple kinds of tools. There is a tool known as Hotjar, through which you can see the session recordings. As people are going ahead and they are using your product, you can see how they are using your product. Similarly, there's a similar kind of platform known as Posthog and Mixpanel, through which you can do analytics. You can understand if people are clicking on a button, they are not clicking on a button, if they are signing up, not signing up, each and everything you should be able to do over here. If you want to conduct forms, if you want to conduct surveys, you can use any of the forming tools such as Typeform, Google Form, Tally, Woofu form, so many things out there. Okay, so discovery is about the strategy part. You try to understand what the business wants to do, and then you synthesize the idea of a certain product. Here you are putting your creative hat on. You have to go creative. Find as many ideas as possible. Okay, so this is the discovery phase. Everyone tell me yes or no if you are able to understand the discovery phase or not. Yes or no, everyone, if you are able to understand the discovery phase or not. Discovery, as the word said, discover ideas. Okay, and here you have to understand the problems well. People make a mistake that they jump to solutions. As a product manager, you never should jump to solutions. First, understand the problem really, really well. Go creative. Understand the problem from all of the experts. Use first principles. Okay, so this is the first part. The second part is define. Define is now you have so many ideas. But as a product manager, you cannot work on all the ideas. Why? Because your team is limited, your time is limited, your resources are limited, and also you want to deliver the value to the user as soon as possible. You want to deliver the business value to the business as soon as possible, right? That's why we cannot go ahead and as a product manager, we cannot implement all of the ideas. That's why we have to be very practical about what idea are we picking. Okay, so definition phase, what we do is we try to define the idea. What is it that we want to do? Understand, as a product manager, you are the one who is going to define the ideas. Okay, you are going to collect ideas from everyone, sales people, marketing people, your developers, designers, everyone is going to give you certain kind of ideas. Your market, your users are also going to give you certain kind of ideas. Okay, in the discovery phase, you collect all of these kind of ideas. You are going to fix on some ideas in the definition phase. In the definition phase, you are going to give clarity to your team that everyone is on the same page, that this is what we need to develop. Okay, so define phase is all about giving clarity, doing the prioritization, understanding the metrics and goals. So whenever a product is created, understand every business creates a product so that it can achieve certain kind of objectives. Either it could be making more money, getting more users, getting more market share, these kind of things. So you also have to define what are your goals for this particular product, which is the metrics and goals. For example, if Facebook is trying to create, like if Facebook is looking to create a feature of like button, then they would measure its success by understanding how many people are clicking on this like button. How many people are coming to the platform back because of this like button? How many likes are being generated? These are the metrics and goals. Similarly, you will do prioritization. As a product manager, you cannot do everything. So you have to prioritize. What is the framework that we use for prioritization? I'm going to tell you today. Okay. And then there is clarity. You need to create a document such as product requirement document where you are going to help, where you are going to give the clarity to your team. So this will be a document which will tell everything to the team that this is what they need to do. This should be crystal clear. And then eventually we are going to go ahead and use tools. So in order to do all of these things, you need to use tools. So in order to create PRD or any kind of live documents in product management, you need to use Confluence or Notion, because these are collaborative tools. Multiple people can go ahead and edit these tools at these documents at once. Similarly, for creating designs and all, understand in the definition phase, you also have to design wireframes and all. Okay, how to create a wireframe? In the end, I'm going to also give you few resources so that you can learn how to create a wireframe and how to write a PRD as well. Okay, so Whimsical and Figma are the tools that you are going to use for this, and then in order to give clarity to your team, in order to break down the tasks for them, you are going to use project management tools or project tracking tools such as Trello and Jira. Okay, so in the discovery phase, you are all creative. In the definition phase, you are practical. You want to define what you need to do so that everyone is on the same page. There is less and less confusion among the team. Okay, this is a very important phase for a product manager. Understand, ideas can come from so many places. You are not the creator of the ideas. You are the curator of the ideas. You are not the creator of the idea. You are the curator of the idea. CURATER, TOR. Okay. A quick yes or no in the chat, everyone, if you are able to understand what happens in the define phase. Now the last part is deliver. Okay, now you have collected the ideas, you have defined the ideas, you know what exactly to do. Okay. Now in the third phase, we are going to talk about delivery and distribution. In the delivery phase, we go ahead and we break down these tasks and give it to the engineers. So we are going to work with engineers. We are going to work with design team in order to shape up the product and then create the product. Then you are going to align with the testing team in order to make sure that you are able to they are able to test the product. And then you will work with your sales and marketing team in order to launch the product and make it successful out there. Understand, your product is not successful unless people are using it and you are able to achieve the metrics. Okay. And then you are also going to set up some experiments. Understand, if you work as a product manager, it's not that you are going to develop a full-fledged product in one go. Initially, you will do some kind of experiments in order to check whether it's a right idea or not. And once you have checked it, then only you will go into the full-fledged development and production. Okay, you will launch the product, you will analyze the numbers, and then you will decide a go-to-market strategy. What is go-to-market? How do you launch the product? How do you introduce the product to the market? So recently, Meta has released this app known as Threads, and they have used Instagram in order to launch the product. They have closely integrated it with Instagram so that launching is easier, and they are able to get like 10 million users within few hours. Okay, so and here also you can use multiple tools. Mixpanel is a tool that can help you understand, launch, and analyze. Google Optimize is a free tool that can help you conduct A/B experiments. CleverTap is a tool that can help you send notifications and emails to your target audience. And then Jira is a tool which can help you do the project management work. Okay, so this is what a product manager does. A product manager works in three phases: discover, define, and deliver. In the discovery phase, you talk to the business, talk to the users, understand the market, and look at analytics in order to come up with ideas. You do as much research as possible in these ideas. Okay, after that, you pick one idea, you prioritize it well, you define it clearly, and you give it to your team. And once you give it to the team, you work with your team in order to develop that idea and then take it to the market in order to make it successful. And while doing this, you keep on measuring the numbers, that is it going in the right direction or not. And then users are going to give you some feedback. Okay, so once you have launched the product, market is going to tell you something that no, this product is good or bad. Based on that, again, you will come to the discovery phase, again, talk to the users, get new ideas, improve that product, and then keep on repeating the same. So how many people are feeling like this? Yes or no? How many people are feeling like this right now? Yes or no in the chat? Yes. So let's go ahead. So whenever you want to understand something, let us first go through the theory. And if theory is not able to do a good job, let us go ahead and take a case study. Okay, let us take a real example. Okay, so this is a website that is in front of you. Okay, the name of the website is apna.co. And right now what we are seeing is that this is a website that offers job to people. I could see from the website that this says that they are India's #1 job professional platform. Now, this website is facing a problem. The problem is, if 100 people are coming on the website, only 5% are signing up on the website. If 100 people are coming on the website, only 5% people are signing up on the website. Okay, take 2 minutes to understand, look at this website and help me solve this problem. How would you solve this problem? If 10%, if 100% people are coming to this website, if 100 people are coming to this website, only 5% people are signing up. How would you solve this problem? Tell me in 2 minutes. Everyone in the chat. Pop up for signing up. Yes. Anything else? Come on, guys, give me your ideas. Showing testimonials of previous applicants. Cool. First, show them the jobs, and when they click on the particular job, ask for sign up. Yes, that could be true. show them the jobs, make them sign the sign in the main CTA. There is no uniqueness in the page. I mean, just looking casual, asking relatable questions and giving answers after signing up. Providing the option for getting job directly instead of making them download the app or sign in promotions. Conduct quiz to understand their pick on job profile. Okay, cool. So yes. So whatever ideas that you have suggested, okay, whatever we have done so far. So I'll go ahead and open Figma. Cool. So we'll pick few ideas, right? Let us see what you guys have done. Okay, so maybe Raj Balaji suggests asking relatable questions and giving up answers after signing. Okay. Mukul has suggested first show them the jobs, and when they click on the job, ask for this particular thing. We'll consider two more. I'm randomly picking, guys, so don't feel bad if yours is not picking up. Shubhadra, showing testimonials of previous applicants. This is a good idea. Provide the option to asking the job. Okay, so yes, this is what we have. And there are so many other ideas, some really good ideas that you guys have given. Okay, so whatever we have done right now, this actually is known as discovery. Okay, in the discovery, what we are doing is we are looking to understand, we are looking to get ideas, as many ideas as possible. Okay, and also this is a mistake that many people make. You as a product manager cannot afford this mistake, which is right now what we have done. All of us have jumped to conclusion. All of us have jumped to a conclusion that this page is not correctly made, so we should go ahead and maybe get the improve this page out there. It could be possible that this page, whatever the traffic that this page is getting, it is actually from people who are looking for blue collar jobs. And on the website, they are only getting the white collar jobs. It could be possible that the traffic that is coming to this website, it is coming from Africa and US, while the jobs are only for India. It could also be possible that this website, people who are coming to this website are actually using maybe Hindi or Marathi as their first language. They do not know about English. That's why they are not converting. And it could also be possible that people who are looking at this website, they have a very weak 2G or 3G connection, while this website is onto 4G. Okay, so first principle of product management is never jump to conclusions. First of all, find the facts. Try to dig deep into the problem. Understand what exactly is causing the problem. You should look at first you should understand the problem. You should ask clarification questions. That where this website traffic is coming from. Is this relevant? Is this irrelevant? Then only go ahead and talk about these of the solutions out there. आपको क्या समझ if you are able to understand this, guys? A quick yes or no, everyone, if you are able to understand these apprehensions, why you should not jump to the solutions. Cool. So now, what we'll do is, first of all, never miss the basics. Basics is never jump to the solution space. Never jump to the solutions. Understand the problem first. Okay, and how would you understand the problem? Talk to the users, look at the analytics, look at the session recordings, talk with stakeholders, your marketing team. Your marketing team will tell you like where they are running the promotions. Okay, do the market research, look at what other companies in the same domain are doing. Like for example, look at Naukri.com, look at InstaHire, look at Indeed.com, how they are structuring their pages, and you'll get a lot of ideas. Okay, and then after doing all of these things, you are able to understand, after doing the research, you are able to understand that people are not coming to your website because of these reasons. Okay, either there is a lack of trust, People do not trust. On your website, you have never mentioned how you are protecting the data, where you have got the awards from, what is the testimonials. These kind of things are lacking on the websites. Okay. Second is value proposition not clear. Are you providing jobs to blue collar workers, white collar workers? What is the salary range? What are the profiles? What is the city? None of this is provided. So value proposition is not clear. Third thing could be irrelevant traffic. You are getting completely irrelevant traffic. For example, this website or people is for people who want to get blue collar jobs. Okay, which is factory workers. Okay. Now you are promoting your website in a very super niche area, like the best part of Bangalore. You are promoting your website and you think that there you are going to find the relevant traffic out there. That is not correct. You should promote your audiences. You should promote your website in places such as tier 2 or 3 cities of India. And then third could be slow website. It could be possible that the website is so slow. Okay, so that is there. We are able to understand few themes of the problem. Now we'll go to the define part. We'll understand how we can, what are the important problems out there by talking to the people, by understanding the data around the same. Okay, we'll brainstorm solutions with her team. Okay, we will give these problems to our team, and then we will try to understand what could be the solutions for these particular things out there. Okay, and once that is done, we will create the wireframes and flows. We'll prioritize the solution. Then we'll create a plan of action. That is, let us say we were able to understand that none of this is the problem. The problem is this website we have created for people from tier 2 and 3 cities of India. And these people do not know English. So what we should do is we should create versions of this website which are in multiple languages. Okay, so we should create a Hindi version, we should create a Marathi version, a Tamil version, a Telugu version in order to make sure the people are using the website, because right now they are not able to understand. Okay, so here you are going to create a concept note or a product requirement document. You will decide the metrics. The metrics is very simple, which is you have to increase the conversion rate. Right now, if 5% people are converting from 10% from 100 people, now you have to increase that number. You have to take it maybe 5, 10, 20 or something out there. This is the metric. And then you are going to decide the timelines. Okay, and then eventually what you will do is, before doing this, you have to set up an experiment. Understand, as a product manager, you have to be very conscious about your team's efforts. You will not go ahead and try to execute each and everything that is coming your way. Okay, so you will not take a risk of developing the whole website into all of the 80 languages of India advance. You will set up an experiment. And what is that experiment? That experiment is going ahead, choosing 3 or 4 pages. And in these 3 or 4 pages only, you are going to convert this website into 2 or 3 languages only. So rather than converting all of the website in all of the languages, you will choose 2 or 3 high traffic pages. You will convert them into the native languages. You will understand if the conversion is increasing, you will do it for whole website. Otherwise, you are going to roll it back and you will solve the other problems. Okay, and then you will monitor the metrics, take it to the market and learn and iterate. Okay, now everyone tell me on a scale of 1 to 5 if you are able to understand the 3D model framework or not. Everyone on a scale of 1 to 5, tell me if you are able to understand what do product managers do or not. On a scale of 1 to 5, guys. On a scale of 1 to 5, no, yes, no. 1 to 5. 4.89, yes. You are now acting like professors. Cool. Yes. So, yes. Now I'll tell you one more thing, okay? Let me see how much time we have left. Okay, so we have some time. So now I'll tell you one thing, okay? And that is going to be very important for you. Even if you are appearing for an internship, any product-based companies, this framework is going to help you out, okay? A very common question that people ask to product managers is, I have talked about prioritization, right? So we are going to talk about how to do prioritization. How to prioritize. If so many things are in front of you, how you are going to see whether I should do X or whether I should do Y. Okay, and understand there are so many frameworks for prioritization, but this is the most simplest and most useful framework. For about 80% of your cases, this is going to be working for you. Okay, so listen to this carefully. How do you prioritize? So we have a very simple method known as impact versus efforts. So we are going to understand, if we solve this problem, if we go ahead and execute the solution, what is going to be the impact on the scale of 1 to 5. Then on the other hand, we also go ahead and try to understand the effort. Effort as in, what is the engineering time that is involved? What is the design time that is involved? What is the budget in terms of marketing that is involved? Okay, so we'll understand these things and then we'll decide whether we should, what should be the effort out there. Okay, ideally you want something which has bigger efforts and lower efforts, bigger impact and lower efforts. Okay, so after you implement this, what you will do is you will create a metric, which is you will create a matrix or a table, which is the feature, what is the impact, what is the effort, what is the impact upon effort ratio, and what is the final priority. So let's say feature number 1, feature number 2, and feature number 3. Okay, and then impact is, let us say impact is 5. How would you understand the impact? You will look at the numbers. You will do some kind of guesstimates in order to understand what could be the impact. Okay, so for example, if you are creating a social network, and then you are given a choice that either you can create like a video sharing platform, video sharing feature on the platform, or you can create a one-to-one messaging platform. Similarly, at the back of our mind, we can say that yes, video sharing is going to work even well, better than the messaging feature out there. Okay, so impact, let's say effort is 2, and impact upon the effort ratio will become 2.5, and then priority could be something. Impact is 5, effort is 5, this is 1. Impact is 2, effort is 5, this is less than 1. Okay, so now we are going to prioritize. This is priority number 1, which is P1. This is P2 and this is P3. So we are going to prioritize this. Very simple framework which will help you understand how to prioritize the framework. Understand, estimate the impact, estimate the effort, and then you will be able to do the same. Okay, now because of this framework, we have 4 situations. Situation number 1 is, here we are going to, in this graph, on the y-axis, we are going to measure impact. And on the x-axis, we are going to measure efforts. Okay. Just give me a moment. Cool. So, yes. Pujan, some voice is coming. Can you please stop that? Cool. So this is it. This is the impact. This is the effort. Okay. This section is low effort. This is high effort. This is low impact and this is high impact. Okay. So now if there is an idea, there is a feature, there is a product idea where the impact is high and effort is low. Impact is very high and effort is very low. This is known as a low hanging fruit. These ideas are mostly going to get prioritized at the top. Okay, these ideas are mostly going to get prioritized at the top. Why? Because they have high impact and very low efforts. They are going to get the top priority out there. Okay, this is the low hanging fruits. The second kind of ideas are these. These are going to be high impact and high efforts. These ideas are risky ideas. They have high risk and high reward. So these are known as big bets. Big bets are, these are technologies that if these are technologies or products or solutions that if teams create, it is going to be very much effort for them. But if the effort is good, if they are able to go ahead and do the same, then they could give them some really, really good rewards. Facebook's bet for metaverse was a big bet. Nvidia's bet for creating these GPUs was a big bet. OpenAI's bet for creating the chat GPT or the GPT LLM was a big bet. Big bet is, they are big bet, which is high risk and high efforts. There could be large risk. There, like if this is successful, then you are going to win big. If this is not successful, then you are going to lose big. Why? Because you have put so many efforts in there. Every good company, they have to pick some items in their roadmap. They have to create something that is at least a big bet. You cannot always be picking the low hanging fruits. Okay, a quick yes or no, everyone, if you're able to understand these things. A quick yes or no, everyone. So for Facebook, Reels was, I hope everyone used Instagram Reels, right? So Reels is a low hanging fruits for Meta. Why? They have gone ahead. They already know that there's a demand from TikTok. They understood there is a high impact. And also, since they have got such a great engineering team, it would not be some efforts for them, like great efforts for them to create something. But when we talk about metaverse, it is big. They have to create a lot of things in order to do the same. Okay. And it has failed as well. The third kind of ideas are now the third kind of ideas are these. These are high effort. These are high effort, but low impact ideas. Can anyone tell what should be done with these ideas? High impact, high effort, and low impact ideas. What should be done with these ideas, guys? If you are following me up, you should be able to answer this. High effort and low impact. Yes. You put them down. You put them down, and you, if possible, you can reconsider them later. Okay. Understand there are some ideas which can move from high effort and low impact to high impact and low effort, high impact and low effort, and also high impact and high efforts. Okay. Imagine in 2020, if I tell you, let us create a chatbot that is going to answer whatever you go ahead and ask it to. Or let us go ahead and create a algorithm that is going to summarize the books. It would not be easy, right? Because we do not know what large language models are. We do not know so many things. But because of OpenAI, because of Hugging Face, right now, it is possible for you to go ahead and create such a state of art artificial intelligence applications within few days out there, right? So some ideas which are impossible after, or very difficult or very high effort till a certain time ago, now they are possible. So understand, market keeps on changing. Another example is TikTok. TikTok is, if you understand that TikTok has gone ahead and in 2014-15 is someone who's trying to create TikTok. Actually, there was no need. So there was no impact to be made. People were not using so many smartphones, and also the smartphones were not capable enough to be acting like a video studio for you, which TikTok does right now, or Instagram Reels does right now. But with time, technology has evolved, user needs have evolved, and then this idea was able to move from here to maybe here or here. Cool. Now the last part. This is low impact and low effort. Tell me what should be done here. क्या किया जाए? What should be done with these ideas? Low impact and low effort. Tell me, folks, what should be done here? Everyone should give an answer. Yes. Yes. So what happens here is that this is what I call as valley of death or death valley. Why? Because this is where you suffer as a product manager. Okay. What happens is that if you have a low impact and low effort idea, okay, if you go to the engineering team in order to develop this idea, okay, since it's a low effort idea, they will say that yes, we can go ahead and develop the same. They will not put into any kind of bounce back. They will not put any reference to it. They will not force you. They will say that yes, we can go ahead and implement this idea. Why? Because it is low effort idea. But now this is also a low impact idea. What will happen? you will keep on creating features after the other. You will keep on creating features after the other, and you will see that you are only creating feature. It is not moving the company or the users forward. Why? Because there is no impact. And since it was so easier for you to get these ideas done, you are keep on doing this again and again because you are not feeling any kind of frustration or resistance from the engineers or the designers, right? And people keep on creating these kind of ideas, and eventually they find that they have created so many features, but these features are useless. And because of this, people also do not put enough efforts into their discovery phase in order to get as many ideas, which could be high impact ideas as well. So if you have to suffer in your career as a product manager, choose only these ideas. Best place to be, worst place to be in. Okay. And if you keep on developing these ideas, understand when your performance review will happen, you will say that I have gone ahead and developed these kind of features. But the management will ask you, what is the impact that you have created? And now you have not created any impact because you have done only small things 100 times. Okay. And that is why the companies and the teams which do these things, which only keep on developing these small ideas and never look for something which is high impact, they are known to be as feature factories. So companies or teams which keep on creating feature after the other without giving any of the attention to the users or the businesses, they are known as feature factories. As a product manager, you have to not become a feature factory. You have to become a value factory. Earn money for your company. Do make life simpler for your users. Okay, so this is it. Tell me everyone, yes or no, if you are able to understand this prioritization model. Okay, exact numbers are not important, but what is important is your understanding. Okay, how do you think about this? What is the strategy behind the same, right? Yes. Now there is one thing with all of this. Okay, there is one thing with all of this. There is one thing wrong or one problem with this framework. Can you tell me what could be the problem with this framework? Anyone? There is one problem with this framework. Tell me what is the problem with this framework, guys? Come on, think about it, guys. Not so difficult. It's not so difficult. Think a bit more, guys. Yes, I think Shubhadra is on the right line. Okay. Yes, Shubhadra is on the right line. So I'll tell you that understand all of these things. In the end, whatever we are doing right now, it is just an estimation. Impact is an estimation, effort is an estimation. Okay. And the estimation can go wrong. And there is one thing that you should be aware about, which is innovator's bias. Innovator's bias is whenever you are the owner of any idea, when you are the parent of any idea, you think of that idea as your baby. So if it is your idea, how can that be wrong? How can that have low impact? If it is my idea, this is always going to have high impact. If someone says otherwise, then I am going to feel offended. How many times you have gone ahead and offended an idea of a friend or joke of a friend, and then they have feel it like told bad things about or even challenged their ideas, and they have felt offended. Okay, so every one of us is suffering from something known as innovator's bias, which is we try to like our ideas or love our ideas more than it is necessary, and we tend to lose objectivity. That is why for every idea, if you are a new product manager, you are inclined to give your ideas very high impact. Understand efforts you cannot control. Efforts will come from the engineering team. So you do not have any say over there, but impact you are going to tell. And if you are suffering from this innovator's bias, every time you are going to say that it's a high impact idea. And if it's a high impact idea, then we should go ahead and do the same. Yes or no, if everyone is able to understand this innovator's bias, loving your own ideas more than it is necessary and then losing your objectivity. A quick yes or no, everyone. Yes or no, everyone, if you're able to understand this. Yes. So what we do is, if you are suffering from innovators bias, what will happen? You are more likely to put your ideas here or here, not here. Okay. And now what you will do? You will tend to say that my ideas are high impact ideas. Now, how to go ahead and fight this urgency, how to go ahead and do this? First of all, is make sure that you are acknowledging this fact. Thus, I might also suffer from innovators bias. And that is why when your team is challenging you, you should take this positively rather than going ahead and offending them or getting the defensive out. That is the first remedy, which is acknowledging. All of these biases, you can win over them if you are first step is to acknowledge. Okay. And then if the idea is here, okay, if the idea is here, if the idea is here, if it is high impact and low effort idea, okay, and if you are a senior product manager, if some product managers comes to you and they say that it's a high impact and low effort idea, what you will do is you will ask them to develop this. Because it's a low effort idea, you anyways are not going to lose anything. You will ask them to develop this, they will generate the data, and then they will also understand, and you will also understand what their estimation capabilities are. They will also learn from the same. Okay, and the second part is, which is the deadly part, is high impact and high efforts. Engineering team says that it's a high effort, and you are saying that it's a high impact. So what you think is actually a big bet. It might be a no-go out there. So how do you ascertain? Okay, so either with this big bet to justify your impact, either you should bring data. Either you should bring some market data or user research, very solid research that you have done, or some data that you might have generated because of this, or you should generate data. How do you generate data? You generate data by conducting an experiment. Okay, for example, in our case of apna.co, what we were saying was, rather than the high risk and high effort idea is, what we can do is we can take all the 80 languages of India, we can take all the 100 pages of the website, and we will convert everything. Product managers say that I have the very much commitment in this idea, this is going to work. But it's a high effort idea. So what you can come up with is, you can convert this into an experiment that let us go ahead and try to convert this high effort into low effort. We will only take 4 or 5 pages and convert them into 2 other languages, very popular languages, Hindi and Marathi, let's say. And if we see the results, we'll generate the data, we'll do it everything altogether. Okay, that's why experimentation or creating MVPs is super necessary if you are looking to do anything as a product manager, because in the end, everything is a guesstimate. Everything is an estimate that you are putting out there. So you should be creating MVPs in order to validate your assumptions. Okay, a quick yes or no, everyone, if you are able to understand the innovator's bias, how to conquer the same, and the prioritization model. A quick yes or no, everyone. Yes, innovator's bias is a thing for single person, but in a team it can be contradicted. It can only be contradicted safely if you are acknowledging that you are coming from innovator's bias. Otherwise, you will keep on fighting with your team. Most of the time what happens is that, and there is going to be a PM, 4 engineers, 2 designers. they are specific about their job, why they are going to contradict you? They don't have anything over there. But if you're discussing it with senior PM, they can go ahead and contradict. But most of the times you are on your own as a product manager. No one is going to pamper you. No one is going to challenge you there. You have to lead yourself. So the first part of leading yourself, you are on your own as a product manager. So make sure that you are aware about your own biases and not making the disasters. Okay, cool. So this is it. Now these are some common skills. Okay, these are some common skills that product managers should have. I'll give you like a quick brief very quickly, and then we'll jump together on the career path. Okay, so once you have understood what product managers do, okay, what is a understanding of product management, then there are few skills that you need to have. Okay, the first skill is user empathy, which is ability to understand the users. You cannot become a product manager if you do not have the ability to understand the users. And by understanding users, very simple. You have to talk to the users. You have to survey the users. You have to study the users in order to understand the users. Okay, and why it is important? It is important because understand every business in the world, it is based on only one fundamental principle. The fundamental principle is, if as a business, you give value to the customer is going to reciprocate with money or attention. That is how every business is structured. Now, if you want to give the value to the business, you need to understand what do they recognize as a value. They will only recognize something as valuable if it is solving an important problem for them. If someone is hungry, you give them food, but they are only going to recognize the value of food if they are hungry. So you have to understand, you have to give food to people who are hungry. Okay. Similarly, I'll give you a scenario that you are going ahead and there is a fresher party in your college. And this is the first time that you are meeting anyone in the college. Okay, this is the first in the college. And then second day fresher party, not fresher party, but whatever you call it, orientation party or something. On the second day, you have joined the college on maybe first day of the week. On the second day of the week, you are getting into this party. And now there is a policy that you have to gift someone something. Everyone should go ahead and gift something to the person who has a roll number 1 above them. So for example, if you are roll number 1, then you have to give a gift to someone who is roll number 2. Okay, now on the same day, your mother's birthday is also there. Okay, so now you have a gift, you have given a gift to your mother, and one gift you have given to that particular colleague who is above you in your roll number. To whom are you more likely to give a better gift? To your mom or that particular student? Tell me in the chat. To whom are you more likely to give a better gift? To your mom or to that particular random guy? Tell me guys if you are able to understand the question and if you are able to understand the context. Tell me. To whom are you more likely to give a better gift? To your mom or to person whom you do not know? To that random guy. Akshat, you deserve some love, man. Cool. So what happens is that, yeah, so you guys are able to understand some context, right? So what is happening is that you are able to gift like to your mom really well because you understand her. You understand what is the kind of like dress she wants to wear. You understand if her phone is broken, she would want a new phone, and everything else you know about her. Similarly, you have to consider your users also as someone that you should be educated about. You have to understand their needs. Only if you understand their needs, you can go ahead and give something valuable to them. Simple. So user empathy is the most important skill of a product manager. Okay. No business can operate without having a good user understanding, and you as a product manager has the prime responsibility of understanding the users. You are the advocate of the user. Okay. Then we have business sense. What is business sense? Business sense is, are you able to understand the business or not? How does the business makes money? What are the costs of the business? What are the important parts of the business? Okay, and there is like a book that I will recommend you guys, which is, the name of the book is What the CEO Wants You to Know. I'll also include this book name in the resources so that you can go ahead and read about the same. So if you read this book, you'll have a better understanding about how to understand the business sense. So the business sense is, how does your business makes money? What are the components of the business? How the finance work? How the marketing works? How the sales work? All these kind of things. Okay. The third is analytical abilities. Analytical ability is important because these days, a lot of data is being generated. Whenever you use a product, whenever you're signing up, you are changing the screen, you are clicking the button, you are viewing a screen. All of these things are recorded. You should be able to make sense of all of this. You should be able to convert these data, raw data, into some kind of insights. This is analytical abilities, your ability to solve problem with data. Okay. The third skill is problem solving. Given any problem, can you solve it or not? It could be a user problem. It could be a team problem. It could be a management problem. It could be a partner problem. Anything you have to solve. One problem that I have given you was the business problem, like grow it from 5% to X%. For solving that problem, you need to first understand the business problem, or you have to understand the user problem out there, that they are not able to understand the product. So user problem solving is super important for product managers. Multiple frameworks for problem solving. There is first principles method. There is Camper. There is design thinking. Okay. I have created a resource for you guys. If you stay till the end of the session, if you submit the feedback form for the session, I'm going to send you all of these resources. Okay. So make sure that you are staying till the end. So problem solving, then product execution. Are you able to work with your people in order to get the thing done or not? So creating PRDs, creating user stories, collaborating with your team, all of these things are come under the product execution part. Product execution is getting the work done. That's it. You have done the discovery phase, define phase. Can you now go to the delivery phase in order to get the things out there? Okay. Then collaboration and persuasion, very simple. As a product manager, you cannot operate without a team. You need to be a very good collaborator, and you need to have some persuasion abilities, which is, are you able to get work done from people or not? Are you able to persuade people even without having authority on them? Engineers, designers, they do not report to product managers. You have to lead by influence. You have a different team, they have a different team. So you have to lead by influence because you need to get the work done from them. And then the last part, super important, ability to learn quickly. If you are able to learn quickly, then only you will be able to sustain in this world as a product manager. Understand, product management is changing very vastly. If you do not understand the users, if you cannot learn quickly, if you not are aware about new things that are happening, it would be very difficult for you to go ahead and sustain. So ability to learn quickly is a skill that you should have. Okay, so these are the 7 skills in a nutshell that you need to have in order to have a product manager. Can anyone tell me which of the skills do you feel most confident in right now? Out of 1 to 7, which skill do you feel most confident in right now? Out of 1 to 7, which skill do you feel most confident in right now? User empathy. Ability to learn quickly. Problem solving and collaboration and persuasion. User empathy and business sense. User empathy, cool. Yeah, these are good skills you have. Yes. And in the end of the session, I'm also going to tell you that understand, knowing these skills is one thing, and then portraying these skills to your employers that people can do, so that people can go ahead and consider you as a product manager at their company. That is another task. How do you create a portfolio? I'm going to tell you at the end. Cool, cool. And yes, this is known to everyone. Okay. That product management, along with engineering, is also one of the highest paid jobs in the market. If you search for product managers, jobs, salaries, you are going to find a website which say that yes, for the beginner people, these are some of the people who have gone ahead and making the good amount of money out there. Okay, so if you become a product manager, high chances that you are going to make good money. Okay, why I'm saying this? Because I want to create a story which I'm going to tell you right now. Okay, now also one more thing about product management is that you need all of these. You have to do all of these things. You have to do a good work with all of these skills. The pay is good, and also the career prospects are good, which is, if you consider these things, understand whatever I have told you, like the framework of product management, all of these works makes you a independent business professional. Independent business professional as in, if you will be fitted into any company, you should be able to perform because you are touching every part of the business. You will be a confident business professional. Okay, and that is why if you see like the top CEOs right now, so Ivan of CEO, Ivan of Notion, Sundar Pichai of Google, Marissa Mayer of Yahoo, Girish of Freshworks, Stewart of Slack, all of them were product managers at some point of time. Right now, they are leading some of the leading companies of the world as CEOs. So this job also prepares you for much more valor in your life going forward. Okay, so the story that I'm going to tell you is, the job is paid more, paid really well. The career prospects are very, very bright. you need so many skills and you need to do a lot of stuff. So imagine if you are a CEO of a company, if you are a CEO of a big company, and if any random XYZ, Tom, Dick, and Harry come to you and say that, sir, please make me a product manager at your company. Are you going to consider them? Yes or no? If anyone comes to your company and says that, sir, please give me the high responsibility of a product manager, because I also want to become a CEO one day, I want to earn good salary. What are you going to tell them? Yes or no? Yes. But still, a lot of people make this mistake every day. What is happening in the industry is that you have heard someone talking about product management. You have read half a book about product management. And then you think that you can go ahead and submit your resume, half-baked resume to a company, and they are going to consider you for a product management job. I find so many candidates who tell me that, sir, I have created a resume, I have sent it to the company, and then they are saying that we need someone with experience. They are not considering me. If you were the CEO of that company, you will not consider yourself. Why? Because it's a high responsibility job. If you are making the or breaking the product, how they can trust you that yes, you have all of these skills? Why would they want to waste time on you? Okay, still a lot of the people, what they do is they straight away jump to submitting the resume. And once they get a few rejection, they think that no, product management is not for me. Maybe I'm not coming from I'm not coming from certain kind of background. That's why they are not considering me. Okay, so this is the stages that you should follow. First of all, you all are in maybe this stage, which is I want to become a product manager. Then you should think about, I know what I need to become a product manager. Okay, I know all of the skills, I know all of the things are in front of me. Then I have got the required skills. I have worked hard, I have got the required skills. Then I need to connect with the employers and then I can convince the employers. How do you convince the employers? Depend on multiple things. You have to create a portfolio, you have to create some proof of work, you have to reach out to the company, so many things that you need to do in order to prove to them that yes, you can become a product manager. And also, this is completely wrong that people who have only the experience, they can only become product manager. I have so many students, so many cases whom we have trained, they were able to become product manager straight away in companies such as Microsoft, Cred, Freshworks, and so many other companies out there. Very recently at Lenskart as well. Okay, so where do you guys think you are right now? From 1 to 5, where you are right now? In this ladder, where you are right now? 1 to 5, where you are right now, guys? Right. So now answering the big question. How do you transition into product management? How do you become a product manager out there? Although in the bigger session, I tell about how to make an internal transition, but all of you are students, so it does not matter for you. So we'll straight away start with. So one way is to do an internal transition. Internal transition is only applicable for people who are working in some or the other kind of company right now, whether it's a service-based company or a product-based company. Okay, so if you're not decided right now, you want to become product manager, but still you want to start your job with an engineer, you can do so, because eventually you can also transition to product manager. There are so many people, like for example, consider this gentleman. He started working as a marketing consultant at a company known as Hike, and then they eventually become a product manager in the same company. This gentleman started working as a engineering manager at this company Cube, and then they became product manager, and then they became product manager at Paytm. This person started as a salesperson in Urban company, then became a senior salesperson, then product analyst, then associate product manager, and product manager. Similarly, this person, they started their career at TCS as a senior software engineer. Then they transitioned into a product-based company, which is Adobe, and then they transitioned as a product manager to Adobe out there. Okay, so even if you cannot become out of college, there are still good chances for you to go ahead and eventually become product manager. Okay, and we have a lot of cases where people have done the same. But if you are in the stage which you are currently, as in if you are looking to apply for APM programs, and if there are some good companies which are visiting your campus, I'm not sure if Flipkart or an academy still visits, but in the past they have visited your campus. So APN programs and campus placements how you can do the same. If you want to crack your role as a product manager in these kind of companies who are coming to your college, you can do this. Okay, first of all, make sure that your resume is optimized. Your resume is your first door in these kind of companies. So make sure that your resume is well optimized. How to optimize your resume? I'm going to share with you a resource in the end of the session for people who give me the feedback. Okay. So this is the sheet that I'm going to share with you. Okay. It contains everything that you need to improve your resume. Okay. It contains good examples. It contains bad examples. It contains templates. It also contains a complete checklist. Okay. This I'll share with you at the end of the session, people who submit the feedback for the session, and this will be yours. And then you can optimize your resume. I can guarantee you that this is going to take your resume to the, at least to the next level. Okay. So this is super important. Don't make a mistake here. Okay. Second is company research. Most of the people, they just wake up and then go to interview the company out there. Okay. Make sure that you do the proper company research. Understand the users, look at the website, look at their competitors in order to understand what the company does so that you are better suited as a candidate over there. Okay. Then interview preparation. You cannot crack a product management role in this day and age without preparing well for the interview. How do you prepare for the interview? I'll share with you a free guide. Okay. This also I'll share with you here. This is all the resources that you need in order to prepare for any kind of product management interview. Okay. So what are the skills companies are looking for? What are the kind of questions that they are going to ask? What are the example of these questions? How to answer these questions? Okay. What are the steps? What are other examples and frameworks? All of this is written over here along with a very long list of product management interview questions. Okay. So if you look at this list contains like more than 2000 questions out there, 1500 questions out there, and very recent. Okay, so I'll share this with all of you people who are remaining till the end of the session out there. Okay, so this I'll share with you so that you can prepare for the interview. Please, if you are getting an opportunity to get interviewed at a company, do not mug up by do not go ahead and spoil that opportunity by not preparing well. Okay, it only takes maybe 1 week to prepare. It's not a huge job. Okay, and then connect with previously successful candidates. Go to LinkedIn. Search for the company. Okay, or search for, let us say, product. Search for product manager. Okay, go to people. And if Flipkart is visiting your company, visiting your college, or if you are able to get into Flipkart, click on current company, write the name of the company, and then select this. Now you'll be able to connect with these people. Okay. And if you are able to find some alumni of your college, that is a big advantage that you can have. Okay. This last step will separate you from 99% of the candidates out there. Okay. A quick yes or no, everyone, if you think these tips are helpful. A quick yes or no in the chat, everyone, if you think these tips are helpful. Yes. And now there is one more thing. Okay. Suppose no company comes at your campus, or if there were like 400-500 people who are appearing for an interview and there are only 2 seats, what you are going to do? Okay, so for that you have an ocean of opportunities as a PM. So this is a story of Abhishek Soni, who was an IT Bombay graduate, like straight out of college. He was able to get a placed at an associate product manager at a company called as An Academy. Okay, so he was a part of our second or third cohort. So yes, talking about this, so now there is a ocean of opportunities in front of you. If you can apply to startups and mid-sized company. By mid-sized company, I do not mean like very small companies. I mean companies which have a valuation of less than about $5 billion. $5 billion, billion dollars. Okay. So you can reach out to these companies and then you can make sure that you are able to get into these companies. Okay. The first thing that you have to do is make sure that if there is a published job opportunity at this company, you should be able to customize your resume accordingly. In the guide that I'm going to share with you, there I have mentioned all of the things that you need to customize your resume. Okay, so that is over there. I'll share with you. Second part is leverage your network. Rather than, so what happens is that people think networking is all about, referrals is all about, someone will post a link on LinkedIn. They will say that I have some positions in my company. I'm open to providing referrals. Please comment your email ID or please reach out to me in the DM. And then their resumes are filled up, and then these guys are not going ahead and messaging you back when you have gone ahead and sent them their resume. Okay, guys, this is not how referral works. A referral was created in companies so that people who are your colleagues, who are from the same alma mater, who are the alumni of the same college, they should be able to refer people that know them. Okay, so rather than depending on random people on LinkedIn to refer you, go ahead, create a list of companies where your seniors, super seniors, and your batchmates are working. Not batchmates because you are still in college, but look at your super seniors, where they are working. I am sure you will be able to create a list of 15, 20, 100 companies and then approach these companies. This is where you have a common network. Understand and try to leverage your common network. That is the biggest network that you have, rather than messaging a random person on LinkedIn. Okay, so leverage your network, learn to cold email, add value that you know, like how to go ahead and write a cold email. I'll also attach few tutorials in the resources so that you can go ahead and learn the same. Now the most important part. Okay, the issue is people are not hiring you as a product manager because they do not trust you. They do not trust that you are the one who can do the job of a product manager really well. So what you need to do is you need to create some kind of proof of work. The proof of work is also considered as a portfolio. Okay, so I'll tell you what a portfolio is. So this is the guide that we have created, which is completely around creating a portfolio. Okay, you can create the portfolio well, and then eventually in this guide I have mentioned everything. Okay, whatever you need in order to create a proof of work, as in what are the kind of projects that you can include in your portfolio, what are the benefits, what you can include, such as analysis and comparison of different products, comparing products in popular categories, improving our product, designing a solution of a problem. Along with these, all of the designs and all of the things, all of the tools and some examples are also included over there. Okay, along with the tools and all. So go ahead, leverage this guide. I'll share the guide with you in the after the session out there so that you can go ahead and create a portfolio. Okay, to show you some example, let me go ahead and show you something. Okay, so this is Mansi's portfolio, something that she has done. So we had given her an assignment about Quora. So this is what she was able to do. Okay, this is attached in the guide, so you will be able to find. Okay, and then she was able to become a product manager at a company known as Quintep Technologies. Similarly, we have multiple other people. I think we also have, yes, Kirti. Kirti is now working as a senior product manager at a company known as Facets.ai. Initially, he was working with Mailmodo. Okay, so lot of work people have done. You can get inspired from this and start creating your own portfolio. Your portfolio is your gateway into product management, and not only for job, but also it is going to take your understanding of product management to the next level. Understand, you are able to understand something about product management with the 3D framework, but when I give you example, you understand more. You understood more, right? But when you do it by yourself, your understanding is going to be a different level. That is why portfolio is critical for any aspiring product manager. Okay, so I'll share it with you, and then you guys can go ahead and start creating your portfolio. And if you want, you can send me your portfolio in on my LinkedIn. I will give it an eye, and maybe if there are any kind of important feedback that I need to give you, I should be able to give it to you. Okay, so how many people commit to creating a portfolio after the session? Write I commit in the chat if you are commit to creating a portfolio, a product manager portfolio for yourself. Let us see. Yeah. And folks, we feel free to take screenshots and post them on LinkedIn and tag me and HelloPM over there along with your e-cell out there. Okay, so this is there. Then, but there is an issue with portfolio. Okay. Yes, portfolio is good for your own learning. Sometimes it can help you get a job, but there is an issue with portfolio. Can you guys tell me what is an issue with portfolio? It can get you a job sometimes. It is very good for learning, but there is one issue with portfolio. Yeah. So what happens is that, yes, so that is the problem. Most of the recruiters and product managers who are looking at your resume, they would not be open to looking at your portfolio. Why? Because understand, right now we are learning portfolio. Still, we were only able to gaze an eye on Mansi's and Chetan's portfolio or Kirti's portfolio because we do not have time to go through the same. And you imagine if a product manager is already working this hard, do they have a time to go through your portfolio? Sometimes people might have, but most of the time they do not have. So what you are going to do over here, what you do is, imagine this situation. If I'm working as a product manager at IND Money, and if someone sends me a work, the portfolio that they have created for, let us say, a company known as Facebook, I might not be interested. Why do I want to spend my 15-20 minutes in order to look at the portfolio that you have done? I will I'll rather chill and maybe do my work. But if you send me something about my company or a very close competitor, then I might be interested. That yes, I can get some kind of ideas. I'll be able to understand if how good of a candidate you are. And I will also understand that yes, you are committed to working for this company. Okay, so for that, what we'll do is, rather than just own, so you have to create a portfolio. That is like a no question that it is going to help you improve your skills. And on at some companies can also help you get into some companies out there. But if you are specifically interested in some companies, this is what you need to do. Create a list of 5 to 10 companies that you want to work as a product manager or as a product intern. Most of the people are looking for internships right now, I could see. So create a list of 5 to 10 companies where you want to work as a product intern. Now imagine that you have already become a product manager at that company. What you are going to do in your first 6 months? Articulate that, document that. And that is known as a value qualifier. So what you will do is you will create a value qualifier and then you will go ahead and deliver a what is a value qualifier? It's a deliverable to showcase your skills and solve a problem for the company. You will apply your product management mindset. You will understand the industry landscape, do the competitive research, understand the major forces. You will find a problem to solve. You will understand the problem in detail. You will find multiple solutions. You will create a clear and valuable deliverable, how you are going to solve the problem, wireframes and all. And then you are going to send it to the company and follow up. This will go ahead and ensure that yes, people are reading, at least most of them. And then most of them are either also going to call you for an interview. Why? The reason is very simple. First, this document will make it crystal clear in front of these people if you know product management or not. Second is, they are going to understand that this person can take a lot of ownership because you are in advance going ahead and talking to them and doing this particular part. And the third part is, you have shown your passion of working at a company. If you're sending these mails to founders, they will become very excited that yes, someone has gone ahead, they have spent hours in order to do something for a company. This is why this works. Okay, so this is a value qualifier. A quick yes or no, everyone, if you're able to understand the concept of a value qualifier. It qualifies the value that you are going to contribute to a company. It has been, the term has been coined by a very good product manager known as Andrew Boker. Cool. And Chandan was our candidate. He was able to create like a very strong portfolio, because of which he was able to become a product manager at Cred. Okay. And how do you understand and from the problems? I'll give you a simple framework. So find users and find their problems. Understand, talk about who are the users of the product that your company that you are going to apply at. Okay. So find users and their problems. You can do interviews, look at the customer journey by yourself, use the product by yourself. And also you can look at the forums such as Reddit, Quora, Google Play Store and all. Prioritize the problem, understand how critical is the problem, what are the alternatives. Brainstorm the solution, have multiple solutions. Prioritize the solution based on impact and efforts, and then show the metrics, as in how you are going to measure the success of this product. If the product is successful, what impact it can bring to the company out there. If you do this, most of the time, at least for internship, I can assure you that you are going to get an internship in product management. Okay, so whatever resource that I'm going to share with you, along with what I've told you, if you do this really well, you only have to spend like 2 to 3 weeks in order to do the same. And I can assure you that you are going to get an internship while within the college outside, while within the college out there. Okay, now I think we are done with the session. And now I am open for the question, guys. Okay, if you guys have questions, you can write them in the chat. And yes, so yes, I think we are open for the questions out there. And I can also share people who want the the resources that I have promised you, which is these resources. Where are they? Yes. So if you want these resources, which is the resume review guide, interview preparation module, portfolio, and we have also collected a lot of case studies. Okay. And then if you want all of these, then you can go ahead and fill this form that I've shared in the chat. This is just a feedback form which will help us understand where you are. And once you fill this, we'll go ahead and share the thing with you, maybe by tomorrow or day after. Cool. Write done in the chat when you are done with the feedback form. And also, guys, I am open for questions. Okay. So I think Nikhil has a question. I have not quick learning art. Can I manage this course? Okay. It depends. Okay. I'm not sure why you are saying that you do not have a quick learning art. Understand, you guys, how old you are, like 21, 22, 23, 24. Don't define yourself by your limitations. You cannot say that anything is a limitation right now. I have seen people when I got into this college, IIT Gwalior, okay, at that period of time, I was able to see some guys who were coming from completely background where they were not knowing how to talk in English. They do not know how to type a letter in the computer. They have never even seen a computer in their life. Okay, coming from very backward, backward towns out there. Still, when we were passing the college, they were able to like break all of the glass ceilings and able to get the best packages of the world from that particular college out there. Okay, so don't limit that I am not a quick learner. Give yourself some time, force yourself, and then I'm sure you'll be able to become a quick learner. Don't say that you cannot do anything. This is your prime age to do. Go ahead and conquer the world. Yes, what is the differences between product management and project management? This is a very good question, very common question. So product managers are the strategic people. You discover the ideas, you understand the business, you understand the users, you understand the market, then you define the ideas, and then you get the project, then you get the product to be developed and designed and taken to the market. The project manager will get the ideas from somewhere. For example, someone will give them a complete PRD. Their only responsibility is to manage the team and manage the timeline of the project. So project manager is a tactical role, tactical, not technical, tactical role, where they only manage people and manage the timelines. While product managers are a strategic role. I hope that answers your question, Hemal. Yes. Any other question from anyone? Yeah. Guys, if you're done with the feedback form, you can write done in the chat. Yes. If I want to develop a product starting as a startup, what is a minimalistic approach to go from scratch to deploy the product as again instead of discover, define, and deliver? Understand, discover, define, and delivery. Because I have taken 20 minutes to explain you might be thinking it's a long approach, but it's not long. Discover is understanding who the users are. Define is creating a document. It does not need to be a 10-page document. It could be a 1-page document. Okay. And then you have to execute the same. You have to do all of these things in very quickly. You have to do all of these things very quickly. That is an agile approach. That is an MVP approach. So rather than doing everything at once, pick the most important thing about your idea. For example, when Instagram started in 2010-11, they did not start with all of these features that are available today. They started with a very simple filter. This is the core of the product, which is you put any image, we'll give you 10 filters and your image would be something else. That is the MVP of this company known as Instagram. You should also make sure that yes, all of these things out there, you should also understand that yes, you have to do define, discover and the delivery phase, but very quickly. Okay. Also, this is also known as a lean approach. So rather than focusing on the product development, you focus on the users, understand their needs, and you keep on developing the product for them. I hope that answers your question, Akshat. Cool. Yeah. Could you please share an example of challenging product management decision you have had to make and lessons you learned from it? Cool. Yeah. So I think we had actually a lot of them. Okay. And that is important to know. For example, when I was working at a company known as Shiros, okay, we were facing a challenge. The challenge was we have got to 1 million users. And that is when I joined the company. Okay. And when I joined the company, I look at the numbers and I was able to find that 100 people are coming to the website. 100 people are coming to the Android app. and out of which only 30 people are coming the next day. 70 people are never coming back. And that was a problem. That was a challenge, because now I have to make sure that I'm able to prove myself. And then I have done the research. I was able to understand that yes, this thing is happening because a marketing team is promoting the product to random people. Now, how would I go ahead and talk to the marketing team in order to solve all these problems out there? So I have collected the data. I was able to collect the data. And then I was able to understand that marketing team was optimizing on the install cost, which is how cheap a install can come. While people who were getting to the platform because of that cheap install cost, they were very like the quality was not very good. Okay, so what happened was what we did was we tried to understand that who are the good kind of people, what is their install cost, and then we told the marketing team that rather than focusing on the cost per install of a particular user, we should focus on the quality of the user. It was not a difficult, it is not a simple decision, because the marketing team has to understand the same. You have to do a lot of stakeholder management, you have to bring the data, and then you have to quickly showcase them the result that yes, whatever is happening, this has taken, if you have convinced some people out there, this has actually taken the product to the right direction. And that paved the way for taking Shiros from around 30% retention to 70% retention going ahead. Okay, so I hope that answers your question. That was a good question, Hemal. Yes. And then Adit has a question. You have mentioned already the age is not a factor, but what is the average ideal years of work experience look for in a PM? Understand there is no averages. Okay, I have seen people with 15 years of experience, they were able to become PM. I have examples of people with 0 years of experience, they were able to become PM. So understand your situation. Every company is not going to take you as a product manager. You don't have to go to every company. Just go ahead and work for the company that is suitable for you. There are so many companies in India that take product managers right at a fresher level. But generally, we have seen that people are able to transition from 3 to 6 years in their career. About they have completed 3 to 6 years into something, they are able to transition. This is the ideal stage, not that it is going to continue, but you should not limit yourself just because of a certain age. I have seen people from 0 to 15, 20, even 25 experience getting into product management. Where to find the resources? I'll share the resources through the chat. Not through the chat, but through people who have submitted the feedback form. They are going to get the email maybe by tomorrow or day after. Yes, give me reason to why I should choose this career. No, I'm not going to give you a reason. You have to convince yourself. You have to convince yourself. I cannot give you the why. You have to give you the why. Okay. Product management only, tech-based company. Right now, right now we are only talking about tech-based companies. I don't have any idea about product management, how it offers at an offline company, such as the other kind of offline brands out there. Vikas Sharma, is there no referrals found any company, then what to do? I have told you if you do not have any referrals, go ahead and work for this particular thing, which is go ahead and create a portfolio, connect to the people, send your proof of work, create some value qualifiers. That is going to help you out. Okay, cool. I think we are done with the session, guys. Thanks a lot for your time. Please write good night in the chat if your questions are done. Yes, Poojan, I think you can take over. Yeah, thank you everyone. And we can also connect on LinkedIn. You can find me on LinkedIn, search for Ankit Shukla and you'll be able to find me out. And I would love to connect. Cool. Thank you everyone.
So yeah, thank you, sir. So now we have come to the conclusion of this session. I extend my gratitude towards you on the behalf of ECEL IIT Guwahati for sharing such great words of wisdom. I wish you all the best for your future and an incredible journey ahead. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you everyone. Bye. Take care. Good night and best of luck for your career.